The main concern that people have right now? What is one major concern that you think that people have right now, and is not even being addressed right now? Go ahead, Global. That's a good question.
I still think it's jobs and the economy. You got to remember, we're living in a day and time where we continuously are bombarded by distractions, things that are not, I'm not going to say important, but not priority to the people in the district that I'm running in, and definitely in the state of Florida. It's the economy and it's the job. And off of that, you have, again, we've talked about ISIS, people concerned about that, but to me, I kind of categorize these as real long-term issues that we've got to solve, and things that are just popping up on the screen. Now, we knew ISIS was going to be an issue for some time now, and so that's the latest thing that people are talking about. But as soon as they say something about the next thing that goes back to is the economy and the job, where are the jobs and the taxes? And believe it or not, people are concerned about the national debt. And what is this war going to cost us in terms of money, in terms of military? We've been downsizing our military for quite some time now. We've not properly funded our military. And now we're using up our missiles, and we're using up different things that we need in order to protect our own country, and that we should have readily available. Using technology and looking at what we truly need these days. Are we positioning ourselves to be able to protect America? So, right after that short conversation, it always goes back to jobs and the economy.
Right. And what do you think? Having no leadership in the White House, we have Goofy in the White House. What can we do to actually? Can Congress go for a full impeachment here? Do you think that's going to work, or what's the role for Congress now? That's a good question. Where do we go from here? I also want to know what's the new when we get, as you know, we're picking up already. It looks like we're picking up 9 seats of the United States Senate already. It looks like we got the momentum building up right now, and the press is not giving you or in the candidates any fair time to address this issue. This is one issue I definitely want to ask: is what can Congress do to go for to make sure that what you're saying is going for the people, by the people, and for the people? Because right now the people are going to Washington. It's all about themselves, all about lobbyists, about the special interest groups. How do we make sure that the people that we are reelecting are making sure that their accountability, and making sure that they have like a contract, making sure that they're going to do what they're going to say that they're going to do? I want to how can we make sure that that with the candidates that we have, making sure that they're going to stand by what they believe in and stand by the word 100%. I want to know that.
I don't know how you know that, other than the fact that you hold them accountable. You have, for us in our district, it's very important that we assess where we are. In order to know where we want to go and where we need to be and milestones for accomplishing our goals, we have to come up with an assessment tool that is very specific for our district. So we can honestly look at all the major issues and concerns of the constituents and say, okay, this is where we are. This is where we want to be, and how we're going to get there. Who are those team members and leaders? And what are the people saying? And what am I saying as a candidate that I want to see happen? And one of the things that I've learned since I've been on the campaign trail is that you have to listen to the constituents. When you first start out, you have all these wonderful ideas, but you find out really quickly by listening to people that those issues and those concerns that you think are your top priorities and your number one goal and reason for running is not what the constituents think. It's not what they want. It's not what they need. Their reality and your reality as a candidate can also be different. So finding out what that common ground is really important. But it's also important to have a tool and involve people, because I do not believe that any one representative can do anything that they say they want to do without the support of the constituents. Two, we've got to have term limits in Congress. Too many candidates win and they celebrate one day, and within days or definitely within a week, they're already thinking about the next 2 years,
That's
especially
right.
in the House. So we've got to make sure that we want to get rid of people that are not doing what they need to be doing and hold them accountable. And when I say that, do that for your vote. Now, in Florida, we had an average of 17% turnout for our primary. And from what I'm hearing from the supervisors of elections, they don't think it'll near on top 30%. That is a disgrace. That's a disgrace to me as an American, to me as a voter, that we can't get people actively involved. You know, I grew up in a time, and my parents taught me that if I was not part of the problem, then I was part of the solution. Or if I'm not part of the solution, then I'm definitely part of the problem.
Right.
And so your vote matters. And when you don't vote, you're voting for exactly what we get. And holding people accountable, that means a lot of things to a lot of different people. But unless you can look at and measure the progress and the voting record of our elected officials, and I'm being honest here when I say it's on both sides of the aisle. It's not one party more than the other. I think they're both guilty. I'm having an issue with Congress. You know, there are several things that we knew we were going to have to address in this session of Congress. We knew that the continuing resolution was going to be coming up. We knew that the immigration issue was funding for our military. Just a whole lot of things are going to have to be addressed. You know, I'm quite concerned that it doesn't appear that Congress understands that, and as soon as they go into session, they say, okay, here is the solutions that we're bringing forth, regardless of what they do in the Senate or not. This is what we're going to put forward, and this is what we're going to support. And I tell you, here's the other thing that's about me about media right now. You've got the Republicans, because, you know, you always hear that the Republicans never want to work with this president. I think you've got more Republicans supporting this president in this move with ISIS in this war than the Democrats right now.
Right.
You've got Democrats running for office that are being very quiet. They're not taking a position or not stating what their position is publicly. But to me, that's what, you know, those are the things that are amazing. And I think, you know, why don't we hear that in media? And then for the Republicans who are supporting this effort, you know, I know there's not, I know that there are some that are not, but, you know, again, what is it going to cost America? How are we secure? Is this for show? Or are we going to stomp out ISIS? Are we really going after them?
Right.
And I was really... Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, you're right. You're right, because they're saying